So when I was 19, I got these tattoos on my wrists. I wanted to get something that represented my passion, something that was extremely important to me. I knew I wanted to make it video games. I wanted to get a tattoo of something that really changed my life, that really kind of shaped and formed me into the person that I am to this day. So I thought about it, what's a video game that changed my life? And I settled on BioShock 1. Getting the chains that Jack has on his wrist in BioShock 1 would be the perfect tattoo idea because it's the tattoos that the main character has in one of my all-time favorite video games. I got a tattoo because I thought it looked sick, dude. Nah, I don't know. I think you can take these tattoos like either way, to be honest. Don't be like a Houdini splicer. Don't disappear on me. Zap that like and subscribe button or else we're gonna get really fucked. Recently, I just played BioShock Remastered on the PlayStation 4 and I got a platinum trophy in it. Kind of got those feelings all fresh and new again. I remember when I got BioShock, I couldn't stop playing it. I just would go to school, come home, and I would play BioShock 1. Beat it, immediately restart it.
I wasn't ready.
Wake up, BioShock. Go into school thinking about BioShock. Get home, play BioShock all day. I couldn't handle myself. It's been around 10 years since I played the game. A lot of games from 13 years ago look really bad, but BioShock still holds up surprisingly well. The Art Deco style that they do is eye-pleasing and aesthetic and really nice to look at, and I think that's really accentuated by the lighting in the game. There's a weight in the sound effects and the sound design. There's a weight to the world. When you whack somebody with a wrench, it really feels like this meaty slapping it. Slap, 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 slapping it. The gunshots are just satisfying. You just like shooting the gun just to hear them. Not many games pull off plasmids as satisfyingly and as fun as BioShock 1 does it. I just love zapping people, hitting people with the incinerate, and of course my favorite ability, the bees, when you get the shit up in bees. All of these gameplay elements changed the way that I looked at games. The impressions that BioShock had on me from a young age showed me kind of what art could be, what art could do, what video games could do, what video games could be. Every artist has pieces of work that inspire them, that make them want to become an artist in the first place. For me, Super Mario World, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, those games made me want to become an artist. But BioShock 1, that game made me want to become a storyteller. You couldn't tell that story without having such brilliantly characterized and three-dimensional characters. Andrew Ryan is unforgettable. The game has insanely good and realistic dialogue that feels very believable. It might be one of the best voice-acted games of all time, if not the best. The splicer is going,
oh my god, bees! I'm just lonely. I'm lonely.
All those lines are just so good. The message of the game's themes and story convinced me that I needed to make some changes in my own life. The game made me want to be in control of who I am and who I'm going to become. I think BioShock 1 is a huge reason why I left home from an early age to pursue my dreams and to move to California and be an artist. When I told my family and I told my friends that I was moving to California, they thought I was crazy. Everyone told me not to go. Everyone kind of made it seem like I was chained down to this area, much like Jack was chained to Rapture. And I think that's kind of what Andrew Ryan says in the game, a man chooses, a slave obeys. I think you could kind of apply that to a lot of things. And so the game plays on this theme of freedom. The only chain that I need to break is the chains that I bound myself in, that I never even realized that were there in the first place. Much like the tattoos in the game. They're always there, but you're not sure why. They almost become invisible. We are all binding ourselves with these chains, and we don't even realize that we're doing it. The only person who can ever break those chains is me. That heavy resonation with the game's story and themes is something that I still go back to over and over again, even after all these years later. But in this playthrough, there were some things that I noticed that may have not have aged so well, or that I just didn't really like that much anymore. I didn't like the hacking very much. The hacking was really stale, kind of boring, and kind of just something that I had to get through in order to progress with the game. One last thing that I didn't really like about the game is the final boss fight. I remember liking it when it came out, but this time around, it was kind of boring. Like, the boss is super easy. As Ken Levine always says in interviews,
we're not good at boss battles, and that, you're fighting that guy, and look, this
the naked dude. It just doesn't work.
I'm kind of sad that it's already over. Like, who knows when the next time I'll play the game is. Maybe it'll be another 10 years. My personal rating, I would give it 5 spliced up Houdinis out of 5, and firmly place it within my top 5 of all time greatest games. BioShock 1 will always have a place in my heart and have a place in my life. It's something that I'll always go back to for inspiration, whether it be for storytelling, character writing, dialogue, atmosphere. Whenever I'm feeling lost or feeling chained down by myself and I'm not sure what to do anymore, I feel like BioShock 1 would be one of those great games that I can go back to. It's one of those things that no matter how much time goes by, it'll always be there waiting for us to come back.